Police have said they are assessing claims made in a podcast covering 3 mysterious murders in the 1960s. Patricia Docker, 25, Jemima MacDonald, 32 and Helen Puttick, 29, were all killed in Glasgow in 1968 and 1969 after visiting the Barrowland Ballroom in the city's East End. The murders, which have never been solved despite one of the largest police inquiries in Scottish history, became a media sensation, with blame being foisted on a man named only as Bible John, owing to his quoting of scripture during a taxi journey with Ms. Puttick and her sister before she was murdered. A podcast released by the BBC last year examined the cases, speaking to the families of the victims and former police officers who investigated the murders. The podcast claimed the involvement of the man in the taxi, who was also believed to be the last person to see Ms. Puttick alive, was covered up because he was the cousin of a senior police officer. Officers interviewed said they believed the man to be John Irvin McInnes, the cousin of Jimmy McInnes, a detective. The body of John Irvin McInnes, who died by suicide in the 1980s, was exhumed in 1995 in relation to the investigation, with DNA analysis against a sample taken from Ms. Puttick's tights coming back inconclusive, clearing him of involvement. A spokesperson for Police Scotland said on Wednesday, "We are assessing the contents of a recent podcast in consultation with the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service." The murders of Helen Puttick, Jemima MacDonald and Patricia Docker remain unresolved. However, as with all unresolved cases, they are subject to review and any new information about their deaths will be investigated. From news to politics, travel to sport, culture to climate, The Independent has a host of free newsletters to suit your interests.